All right, today I'm flying the Airbike Ultralight from Pineview over here to the farm. Uh, Pineview has about a 5,000 foot long runway, and here I landed in a hay field that's about 700 feet long. So come check it out. Right now it's raining and I got to get this thing inside. Clear prop. Well, everybody, believe it or not, we made it. We made it to the farm. Everything went well. Man, what a fun airplane. This thing is so cool. And I've been wanting to bring it here, bring it to the farm for, over a year, as long as I've had the plane. It's just super satisfying to bring it here and be able to do this and be able to show you guys. I've been trying to bring it here for a few weeks, and I've had some technical difficulties that you guys have seen in the previous videos. There's my tail wheel. It's no longer attached to my airplane. Yeah, I've got it here now. Gonna make all the repairs to it that I want to make. And yeah, I've been fighting the weather lately. I don't know if you can see, a little stormy up there. And almost didn't bring it. And I asked my magic 8-ball, and it told me yes. And I asked it again about 5 more times. It said yes every single time. So we did it, and it worked out. And yeah, I'm just thrilled. So now I'm gonna move the RV back and put some tie downs in right here and tie it down on the helipad, because it seemed like a good place for it. That's actually a hangar-esque structure. Plane backs in right there, but the caravan's in the way and I can't move that by myself. So for now, I gotta put it here and get it tied down before the storm comes. All right, new plan. I was putting in one of the tie downs and it broke. So that's what happens when you buy the $3 tie downs at the swap meet at Oshkosh. Don't do it. It's not worth it. I thought, how can these be so cheap? That's how. So it's going right here. It's raining. Move the RV a little bit further forward, and I'm going to tie it down to the tractor and put something else on the other side. So that's what we got. Well, it turns out the Airbike actually fits under here, nose forward. And I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's snowing now. And so that worked out pretty good that I got it in here. So if you remember from the last video, I showed you where I had that crack in the fuselage. And so I wanted to address all the structural issues people have been talking about with this thing. So back when they were making these things, they first just started selling plans for them. And you buy the plans and weld up your own fuselage by the chromoly steel and all that. And they did that for a while. And then they brought Team Aircraft. They brought in a guy named Wayne Ison, and he decided that they should weld the fuselages themselves and send them out to the customers all pre-welded and ready to assemble. And it was kind of hard to ship, so he decided, let's weld it in 2 pieces and ship it in 2 pieces, and they bolt it together. And you can actually see that seam is right here. So, since this is of the later Ison Airbike design, that means all this 4031 chromoly steel has all been TIG welded by a professional in a shop. And because that's the case on this one, you know, I feel really good about the condition of the tubes and the welds on the whole fuselage, with the exception of the tail, which I'll get to in a moment. The other thing is that this has been powder coated when it was built. And until I got it, anyways, it had always been hanging. So I really feel pretty good about the quality of it. So that brings us to the tail here, and you can see right about here, there's been some new tubes spliced in from here rearward. And the only reason that I can think of why somebody would do that would be if they had a real hard landing and bent this back here, or even tore the tail wheel out, which wouldn't surprise me because the tail wheel spring is a little bit bent. So that means that from here back, I don't know what this is. I don't know if that's 4130 chromoly. I don't know, whatever average Joe went and fixed that and did whatever kind of welding he wanted to do. And I find it suspicious that the only crack or problem I've had on the fuselage is right at a pretty critical point where somebody would have welded this repair in. So that being said, I feel really good about the whole fuselage, except for the one part that somebody else has repaired and somehow compromised it. And I know I had a lot of you guys that were concerned about the issues that I showed in the last video with that, that crack along the tube, and that's rightfully so. And I appreciate the concern, and I appreciate all the input and the comments. But that being said, I feel pretty good about the rest of the aircraft being a factory welded fuselage and being powder coated
pretty much since it was new. I can't imagine there being any kind of rust or any kind of issues with the rest of the tubing on the airplane. I can certainly see where a repair is that would be compromised in terms of heat treat and rigidity of the metal. And who knows what the inside of those pipes look like and what kind of repair was done. So that's pretty much where we're at with the air bike. Um, I've got plans in mind to repair the tail section there and get this thing flying again. But I got to wait for the weather to come around now. It's going to take a few days for the snow to melt. So we'll see what happens. That's probably going to be it for this one. But I want to thank you guys for watching and see you in the next one.